మనకి 900 చిల్లర కోస్ట్ లైన్ ఉంది కిలోమీటర్స్. అయితే అక్కడంతా ప్లాస్టిక్ తోటి ఈ కోస్ట్ మొత్తం నిండిపోయి ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు మన ఛాలెంజ్ ఏంటంటే ఈ ప్లాస్టిక్ని కలెక్ట్ చేసి వీళ్ళ పెట్టబోయే ఫ్యాక్టరీకి దాన్ని తరలించి అక్కడ వాళ్ళు దాని నుంచి ఒక యాన్ అని తయారు చేస్తారు. ఆ యాను ఎగ్జిబిషన్లో పెట్టారు. ఆ యాన్ నుంచి మళ్ళీ ఆ ఆడిడాస్ షూస్ ఏదైతే ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు మీకు చూపించారో ఆ ఆడిడాస్ షూస్ తయారు చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. సో దిస్ ఈస్ బేసికలీ రీయూజింగ్ అండ్ రీసైక్లింగ్ ప్లాస్టిక్. మామూలుగా అయితే ఏమవుతుంది, ఆ ప్లాస్టిక్ అట్లా పడేస్తారు, డ్రైన్స్ చోక్ అవుతూ ఉంటే. అట్లాగే స్మాలర్ మైక్రాన్స్ ప్లాస్టిక్ ఏమో యానిమల్ ఇంటెస్టైన్స్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉంటుంది. తర్వాత అట్లా గుట్టలు గుట్టలు ప్లాస్టిక్ పెరిగిపోతూ ఉంటుంది, ఎవరు దాన్ని ఉపయోగించుకోవట్లేదు. సో ఏ రకంగా ఈ ప్లాస్టిక్ని రీసైకిల్ చేస్తారో, ఏ రకంగా దీన్ని ఉపయోగిస్తారో ఆయన ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు. ఇంతకుముందు తైవాన్లో వాళ్ళకి కంపెనీ ఉండేది, యాన్ కంపెనీ. ఇప్పుడు అదే కంపెనీని విశాఖపట్నంలో పెడతానని అంటున్నారు. అదే కాకుండా హౌ మెనీ ర్యాక్ పికర్స్ విల్ యూ బి ఎంప్లాయ్? 16,000, 20,000, 20,000 మంది ఈ ఓషన్ వారియర్స్. వాళ్ళని మనం ర్యాక్ పికర్స్ అనకూడదు, ఎందుకంటే మన ఓషన్స్ కోసం వాళ్ళు పోరాడుతున్నారు కాబట్టి. ఒక 20,000 మంది ఓషన్ వారియర్స్కి 16,000 చొప్పున జీతాలు ఇచ్చి వాళ్ళు ఈ ప్లాస్టిక్ కలెక్ట్ చేసి కొన్ని పాయింట్స్కి తీసుకెళ్ళి ప్రతి జిల్లాలో ఆ పాయింట్స్ నుంచి విశాఖపట్నానికి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేసి దాన్ని యాన్గా మార్చి ఆ యాన్ని మళ్ళీ షూస్గా మారుస్తారు. అదే ఆడిడాస్ బ్రాండ్ షూస్ కింద వాటిని అమ్మటం జరుగుతుంది. వింబిల్డన్లో కూడా వాళ్ళు ఒక స్టాల్ పెట్టారు. దాన్ని ఒక చిన్న విషయంగా మనం అనుకోవటానికి లేదు. ఇట్స్ వెరీ ప్రెస్టీజియస్. మనం పడేసే ప్లాస్టిక్ని ఉపయోగించుకుని మనం వేసే షూస్కి వాడుతున్నామంటే ఇట్స్ అ వెరీ ప్రెస్టీజియస్ థింగ్. ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ అండ్ విశాఖపట్నం విల్ బికమ్ ద ట్రెండ్ సెటర్ ఫర్ ద వరల్డ్ ఇఫ్ వీఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు టేక్ దిస్ ఫార్వర్డ్. సో మీరంతా ఎంకరేజ్ చేసి మన యూత్ అసలు ఎట్లా పార్టిసిపేట్ చేశారండి పొద్దున. గిన్నెస్ బుక్ ఆఫ్ వరల్డ్ రికార్డ్స్, మన లక్ష్మీ షా యంగ్ కమిషనర్, హీ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు పుట్ దెమ్ ఇన్ ద గిన్నెస్ బుక్ ఆఫ్ వరల్డ్ రికార్డ్స్. ఓకే, ఇట్లా పబ్లిక్ పార్టిసిపేషన్ ఉంటే మనం ఏమైనా ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్ళగలుగుతాం. నథింగ్ కెన్ బి వన్ సైడెడ్ అండి, ఏదో ప్రభుత్వం చేసేయాలి, వీళ్ళు చేసేయాలి అట్లా అనుకోవటానికి లేదు. పబ్లిక్ పార్టిసిపేషన్ అండ్ పబ్లిక్ ప్రెషర్, ఓన్లీ దట్ కెన్ డ్రైవ్ అ ప్రాజెక్ట్. సో మనం డ్రైవ్ చేద్దాము, దీన్ని సక్సెస్ఫుల్ చేద్దాము. వాళ్ళు కూడా చాలా ఎంతూజియాజం తోటి పుష్ చేసి ఐ థింక్ 2 నెలల్లోనే ఈ MOU స్టేజ్కి తీసుకొచ్చాము. సో హౌ లాంగ్ విల్ యూ టేక్ టు సెటప్ యువర్ యాన్ ఇండస్ట్రీ? దేర్ ఆస్కింగ్.
Do this whole thing in 3 phases. And the first phase is planned to be completed September in 2 years. That means in 2 years from now, we are up and running with phase 1. And that means we would process, and we will process 110,000 tons of plastic waste per year from that moment on. And a year later, we have stage 2, which doubles that to 220,000 metric tons per year. And then another year later, it is up to 330,000 metric tons of plastic, and that should be everything what you have. The idea is to be extremely collaborative with people who do this already, people who work here, learn a lot, work together, and make sure that this is the base for very good lives. That people learn, we learn from everybody, but also the 20,000 staff that will work on this, that they have career opportunities. They're not just trash pickers anymore. They will run recycling plants, they will run industrial robots, they will develop products, and they will also learn how to design things. Because I believe design and making needs to be united. It's not just about manufacturing, it's not about creating, it's about designing, it's about inventing. Hello. Concept right now is that you pay people by the amount of plastic they bring. That means if they're sick, they're not getting anything, right? And if they're not performing one day, they don't get, it's not the right concept, to be honest. I don't believe that this is nobody should be paid just by quantity. People should have a salary. People should have don't have debts. You should have an insurance. You should trust your employer that you actually have a job tomorrow, and not fight for everyday survival. I think that the truth is, I believe that people who collect trash and collect honestly harmful materials like plastic, they need to be rewarded. And I collect myself.
His question is, are you going to employ local?
The idea is to develop not only hire people, but to develop capacity, that people learn fast. It's about bringing a lot of knowledge to Andhra Pradesh. So it's actually that people have career opportunities suddenly. It's not ending with being a trash picker. It's the beginning of a career. That's the concept. That means, and that's also the role of the institute. The Pali Future Institute, flanking this whole, is about biology, is about science really, is about design, is about invention, you know? I just believe that India, and especially your state here, has a lot of potential, very intelligent people, extremely motivated, and to be honest, often entrepreneurials for survival. They do things just to survive. But I think, to be very honest, I believe that this motivation, this core belief that if I work, if I do the best I can, this needs to be rewarded with true career opportunities. Otherwise, it's just unfair. You know, everybody who works hard needs to have the opportunity to grow up and to live a great life. That's what I believe in, especially when it is about protecting the oceans. This is not a hobby. This is a service to the whole community, to the whole country, to the whole world. We're doing the job that everybody should do. Everybody should be a trash picker. I am a trash picker.
Just to add what we said, below ocean warriors, actually they are master trainers. Below ocean warriors, again, Malla, thousands, hundreds and thousands of people will be in the process of picking up this plastic waste and water. Roughly 15 to 20,000 rupees per month, and Honorable CM garu cheppinattu, it comes to, like 20 to 30 rupees per kilo, whatever actually they pick it up. So 3 phases lo vallu edo chepta unnaro. Phase 1, I think it will be only for the plastics and other non-plastic items which are picked up within the state. Phase 2, Phase 3, other states will teesukochi, but plant will be established in Visakhapatnam. That's what Honorable CM has said. AR station, basically, chapter avoiding, intercepting and redesigning concept. That's how actually we have to go further in making it plastic free. First you should avoid, then you should intercept and then redesign. This is what actually recycling kaakunda upcycling. That's what we have to add value to whatever the waste we have collected, and generating wealth out of waste. That's the basic concept. So దేశంలోనే మొట్టమొదటిసారిగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో, in Andhra Pradesh we have got this opportunity to partner with Parleys for the Oceans on plastic waste management. That is the basic concept. MOU, basically whatever the MOU we have signed, we have only worked about the creation of employment. And then the total amount of waste that is going to be generated, and whatever they ask, especially maybe land or maybe whatever other incentive they ask, I think that we are going to give it, but it is no cost from the government. It is only
I can answer that. Yeah.
Okay.
A socket salary is important, that you actually know that you are being paid. That's important, and that you can count with that you have an insurance, that all these things that you are safe. And then you need a bonus system where you actually, if you perform, if you do things, if you earn more. And you have an opportunity to actually build a career. That means, and we spoke about air stations. One of the first big aspects of that is that we want to build this community-based. That means I think you call it ward. 1 ward, 3 wards actually. For every 3 wards, we will build a Pali air station. And an air station is a community center. It's dedicated to the strategy air. And we learned it today, and it's the truth. Over 70% of the oxygen we're taking in is coming from life in the sea. If we kill these animals out there, if we kill the plants, then we will not, we run around like Darth Vader with a mask, right? So there is a very big need to protect the oceans. Otherwise, we will not live. We humans will not live. Very simple. They allow us to be here. Because without air, we're looking stupid. So the air station is based on that concept. And the air station means it's a community center where you can go, you can get a job, you can get hired there, but you also can just go there to learn. And a trash picker that one day goes out to collect is an educator, is an instructor the other day, and educates her or his community because they know, I know, I can tell you a lot about trash. I can tell you what's happening out there in the water because I see it, but only because I'm out there. I'm credible because I picked this morning a super bag full of trash off your beaches. But you do it yourself, you learn. You learn what this material really is. You learn what these products is. And honestly, something happens in your mind. You also learn how dumb these products are. I mean, compare a yogurt cup, a plastic yogurt cup, with a coconut. Compare that. Or with a banana, or with a grape, or with an orange. That is high-tech packaging. Nature has high-tech packaging. We don't. We create stupid, toxic material. That's what you learn when you're out there on the beach. And you learn, the more you are diving into nature, the more you actually fall in love with nature, you understand that these plastic objects are a disturbance. They are an alien matter. They're like zombies. They don't belong there. That's what you learn when you clean up. It's actually, for me, it's a meditation. But I also don't have to live of it. That's the big difference. And I think everybody who goes out there, and I saw this morning, we did this massive cleanup, and I saw how how it started to change their ways of looking at the beach. First, you stand there, and you don't even see the trash. You're like, this is a normal beach. Then you look a little closer. Oh, it's actually not a normal beach, it's dirty. And then I live in New York, right? And we do have government services and private companies that clean the beaches. But you know what? You go closer down and you still find so much plastic. It's just there, it's everywhere. It's mixed in to the sand, to the shells. It's everywhere. So to expose yourself to that crisis on a personal level changes you. And that's why I believe a trash picker is a very good educator, potentially, if they have access to knowledge, if they have access to training, and honestly, they will be extremely grateful because there is suddenly a perspective to it. And we need to elevate them. We need to elevate them to a new role in the community. And environmental protection can be that role, you know? And I want to say something about fishing communities. We work a lot with fishermen in the world. And in a lot of countries, the fishermen are actually very respected. It's a bit different here, but in some countries, these are the kings of the cities, the king of the towns, the king of the islands councils. Go to the Maldives, they are superheroes. Go to the Dominican Republic in the Caribbean, fishermen are ruling it, you know? And fishermen understand that plastic destroys their livelihood. They see how the fish disappear. They catch a fish and they see that the belly is full of plastic. So they know. And we didn't convince them often to just be a trash picker. No, they're an environmental protector. They're a Palais ambassador. They're flying the Palais flag. They're going out there to protect their family, the next generation of animals. And then they go and educate their communities. It's a logical consequence. And I think this is where we have to make a switch in our head. We have to see that people who pick trash are doing us a favor. And the air stations are gathering points for local communities to learn about the oceans, learn about plastic, but also learn what amazing things you can make and do. That's the idea of a Palais air station.
Just to conclude, kilometers 25,000 రాబోయే రోజుల్లో the entire stretch of 974 coastline which we have మొత్తం 25,000 ఇప్పుడు చేసాం రాబోయే రోజుల్లో 250,000 అంటే నియర్లీ 2.5 lakh people తోటి బీచ్ క్లీనింగ్ ఆపరేషన్ చేసి ఖచ్చితంగా గిన్నీస్ బుక్ ఆఫ్ వరల్డ్ రికార్డ్స్లో ఎంటర్ కావడానికి కార్యక్రమం చేపడతాం. ఈరోజు జరిగినటువంటి ఈ కార్యక్రమం స్ఫూర్తితో అని చెప్పి కూడా తెలియజేసుకుంటూ రాబోయే రోజుల్లో ఖచ్చితంగా మరి ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు చెప్పినట్లు బై 2027 వీ వాంట్ టు మేక్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ప్లాస్టిక్ ఫ్రీ, ప్లాస్టిక్ రహిత రాష్ట్రంగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ దేశంలో మొట్టమొదటి రాష్ట్రంగా డిక్లేర్ చేయడానికి మేము కష్టపడి పనిచేస్తామని చెప్పి కూడా తెలియజేస్తాం. ఆఫ్ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ విచ్ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ అండ్ దెన్ హౌ వీ హ్యావ్ టు గో అబౌట్ ఇట్ అండ్ దాని మీదనే ఎంఓయూ జరిగింది. అదర్ థింగ్స్ విల్ ఇన్ఫార్మ్ ఇన్ డ్యూ కోర్స్. రాబోయే రోజులు చెప్తాం. 3 phases జరుగుతుంది. ఎంత అని చెప్పారు ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు. ఇట్స్ 16,000 crores in terms of billions and how many billions? $2 billion. So we are going to invest in 3 phases. అంటే ఫస్ట్ రాష్ట్రంలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఈ చెత్తను తీసుకురావడం ఫస్ట్, సెకండ్ అండ్ థర్డ్లో అవుట్ సైడ్ నుంచి కూడా తీసుకొచ్చి ప్లాంట్ విల్ బి దేర్ ఇన్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. చెప్పారు కదా phase 1 Ms. Cyril has said no. Phase 1 will be coming in somewhere in September 23rd.
And I want to add something to that. Been an industry sector that has not been invested in a lot. It's still on a very, very underdeveloped technical level often. Because, to be very honest, nobody took recycling serious in the past. It was an alibi for the plastic industry to say, oh yeah, you can recycle it. But the true secret in recycling or upcycling is to actually turn the material, even if it is really bad, into top premium material. You can't make a shoe, you can't make a pair of sunglasses for a luxury brand or a sports brand if you don't turn that trash into premium high performance material. And that means you need a lot of good technology and you need a lot of good people that are very well educated to run this technology. And we are not only doing classic recycling, we're gonna spin yarn. And yarn, if you use yarn in the applications like sports or automotive or luxury, this yarn has to be the best yarn on the planet. It can't be bad. That means the raw material that goes in, the spinning machines, everything has to be top level. That allows us to educate a lot of people and make them the best in class. So suddenly you have a new group of employees that can work anywhere in the world after that, because they are the best. And the other aspect is, and that's important for you to know, that we developed a technology to use industrial robots with 3D printing heads to print boats, to print houses, to print furniture, to print really amazing design objects. And these are not dreams. We're doing this. It's out there, it's working. So, yes, yarn, 3D printing, money, credit cards, these are all high profile applications. And that is not a downgrading. This is not something where we turn it into some cheap things. No, it's actually a total upgrade. Thank you.
Because we all have to catch flights. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, we are all in the public domain, our websites, you can send a question to Cyril or myself or Sri Lakshmi Garu, we are all in the public space, so feel free to ask anytime.